Hello everyone, it's LE Diecast. We're back, and in this video I've got some, well, kind of a mix of things, but a lot of Blackwalls, a lot of really old ones. There's some red lines in here, basically a lot of old Hot Wheels. Most of these are in pretty good shape. So we'll go ahead and get started. I broke out the old red line track for these guys, even though they're not all red lines. The first one we're going to start with isn't that old. This is just to answer a mystery card question. We'll roll him in here. And that's this guy. This one was a mystery card, but I think it came from my Facebook page. And I didn't know the model. I didn't recognize it as a T-Bird Stalker. And that was pointed out to me within probably about 15 minutes. It came from a Shiners 5-pack. Interestingly enough, even though this car looks pretty mundane, it was designed by Larry Wood. You're going to see a bunch of Larry Wood designs because he was he did most of the iconic designs of the old Blackwalls and the red lines. But Nathan Shore helped me with this. He's the one that pointed out that that was a T-Bird Stalker, and then from there I tracked it down to the Shiners 5-pack. So this mystery car has been answered. Okay, on to these older ones. First one's going to be an Ultra Hot. And here he comes into the scene. There he is. And that's an Ultra Hot Predator. I don't know the year on this one. I didn't look it up. But he's in pretty good shape. There's a tiny, it's hard to see here if I scoot him up. He's got a tiny crack right there in his frame, right there. He's some body damage. If you looked him up on one of those internet sites for body damage, he'd show up. Got the Ultra Hot wheels on it, in real good shape. I really like these Ultra Hots whenever I can get them. He rolls just fine. He squeaks a little, but he rolls really well. So that's our first Ultra Hot. Next up, we've got an old Blackwall. Shouldn't say old. A Blackwall. This one's trunk won't stay shut. Hood won't stay shut. But we'll get him over here. There he is. He is an old... what was this guy called? He's a hair splitter. And his trunk, which has been staying shut... Oh, I see why. His trunk that was staying shut the entire time now won't close, and he's got a rubber band holding him together because his rivet is missing, and it looks like his rivet was never really all there, so he needs a little bit of gluing back together. The body is in real good shape on this one. He's from 1982. He was from Mainlines. Yellow with the orange top on it. Anyways, he needs to be put back together again. So next we've got two. We've got two. This one's from is this the one from 1982? We've got, nope, this one's from 1990. So in he comes. 1990 and 1980, I think this is 82. So even though these are the same models, they are quite different. The orange one, this one's kind of got an interesting story. See, it's got Blackwalls on it. It really came out kind of past the Blackwall era, and it was a cereal promotion. And I don't know what cereal, but it came in a cereal box as far as I know. The red one is a Hot Ones. The red one would be worth quite a bit if he was not kind of dinged up. Now I've got about 4 of these, this same one, and this is the one that's in the best shape that I have. But pretty good ones there. Next up, we've got... Let's do this guy next. 1988. Here he comes rolling. I can't get enough steam there. Rolling into frame. This is a classic Cobra. 427 SE. And if we can get his little hood to open, he will show you how... There it is. Oh, I was opening it from the wrong side. There it is. Hood opens. Very cool little car. It's missing its windshield. You can see it broke off right there. A lot of times this piece here gets really beat up too from sliding along the ground. That guy's in pretty good shape for how old he is. Next, we've got a Johnny Lightning. This guy got mixed into the group, so he'll make his entrance if he could stop turning left. There we go. Custom Mako. His hood will open. There it is. His hood opens up. And, yeah, he's in played with shape. He still rolls fine, but he's been played with shape. His windshield's a little knocked out of whack there, too. But that's an old Johnny Lightning. And I said I would show these to you guys. It's the other way. There you go. Little Johnny Lightning. These Johnny Lightnings obviously get mixed in with the old Hot Wheels. A lot of us played with them all together. Next up is a Shadow Jet Blackwall, as he gets stuck going over the bump there. And this guy is called the Shadow Jet. He's also called an intercooled. And this was one of the more popular models. Not really worth too much. This one came with two variations. There's a blue F3 on the top, and this is the magenta. You can see his name's right there, intercooled. So, not on the bottom, boy. Trying to research these older cars is just a pain because they don't have a lot of information on them. So, you really got to dig them up. This guy's first edition, though, 1988. So, there you go. Next up, this one is kind of a mystery car, although somebody will answer what he is before I get around to it. This one looks like a Redwall car, or not a Redwall, a Redline car, but I don't think he is, and I'll get a shot of the bottom. That does not look like one that would be. It's got a Hong Kong base, and it's a Mustang Stalker. He's in pretty rough shape. The casting is actually nearly in perfect shape. I could repaint this guy and he would look great. His wheels are in real good shape, but I don't think that's an original Redline. And I looked it up quickly and I couldn't find a green version that looked like it was going to be this one. So if anybody knows what this guy is, let me know. His hood does not open, which is somewhat of a giveaway that he's not an original. This might be an anniversary car, so we will see. All right, next up, we've got a 57 Chevy, an older one. This one is a Hot Ones. There's those Hot Ones tires on it, or not tires, but rims. From 1983, the Hot Ones really kind of ruled the roost in those early 80s. But this is a 57 Chevy. No interior. But boy, he does roll good. These Hot Ones had nice suspension in them. And they were fast cars, all metal. So that's a lot of weight to that car. From 1983. Next, let's see if you recognize this one. Here he comes. Making a lot of noise. He's not gonna squeak up on anybody. So anybody recognize this? Yeah, if you're my age, you'd say that's a Mach 5. You'd go, I know what that is. That's a Mach 5. In fact, that's what I've been calling them for a while. And it's really not. It is a I didn't write down the name. Second Wind. Yeah, here's the bottom again. There you go. Second Wind. Says India. Mattel. This one kind of has a neat story. In 1976, Mattel made Mach 5s for some project they were working on, and the deal fell through. So they altered it a little bit, and I wish I could tell you what was altered. I'm not sure. I think a Mach 5 would have a longer front end here, and this back, I think, would be sticking out farther. But, and then they just released it in the mainline. So it's 1997. It's not as old as some of these others. You can see it does have the Blackwalls on it, though. So kind of interesting. Next, one of my favorite cars from the era. First, we've got a a Pack and Pacer. That one is the Hot Ones. And then this guy, he's coming in here. This one, the white version. So 2 Pack and Pacers. The orange one, this guy's worth a good little penny. And he is in pretty good shape. He's got a few little scratches around the windshield. But he's in pretty good shape for being really old. He's from 1982. Again, Hot Ones, a big deal back then. Only 7 or 8 variations of these Pack and Pacers. I also have a yellow one that I had when I was a kid. So all of these will go together. The white ones was from 1982 Hot Ones also. You can see the Hot Ones wheels, those gold Hot Ones wheels on there. Very iconic for the Hot Ones. So 2 Pack and Pacers. Next, when I saw this one in the bottom of the box, a lot of these came from the same lot. When I saw this one, I was thrilled, and the old timers will know what this one is. I had one of these when I was a kid. It was this exact same model, and I lost it. I don't know whatever happened to it, but now I have one back. It's one of the most iconic designs of Hot Wheels, period, and that's the Bubble Gunner, and it's a Larry Wood design. So a lot of these kind of crazy designs were from Larry Wood. 1980. Well, that's a cool one, and he rolls really well for as old as he is. The top isn't too bad off. The top of this motor, which tends to get trashed because a lot of times they're skidding on the top of that motor. He's in pretty good shape, and the front's in pretty good shape. So just thrilled to have that one. Next up, and boy, this is a heavy, heavy car. Not as old. Here he comes in. And he is a Buick stalker. We got a lot of stalkers. 1996. So that is the newest one of so far that we've seen, I think. This same model, exactly the same model, best I can tell, came out in 2 different years. It was in 1996 and 1998. It came out, I believe, I want to say in a 5-pack or a gift set or something, and then it made its way into the main line. It's got Moray written on the side of it there. So this says Mach 97. That's interesting. So yeah, this one's kind of hard to identify exactly which year it came from. Next up, this one, when I saw it, probably worth the most of any of these if it was in better shape. This is a Torino, and it used to have a great big 23 here on both sides that is long gone. Had one of these when I was a kid too. Boy, I wish I would have had it. The one I had when I was a kid wasn't even in this good a shape. But it's a 1974 Torino Stalker. Red lines on it. This one came with Blackwalls and red lines, kind of towards the end of the red line era. But did I put down the year on this one? First edition. That's right. This is the first edition model for this. But if it was in great shape, this guy'd be worth over $50. He's not. So nobody write me and say I'm inflating the prices or I don't know how much things are worth. I know. He's not worth very much. And the truth is, none of mine really get sold. They either get traded to people that know them better, or they get stored and come back in shows later. So next we've got a little silhouette. Whoa, this guy's a little fast guy. Little silhouette. You'd think he's a red line again. These little anniversary cars really throw me when I get them. I always get very excited. This is a 25th anniversary though. And so he's older. And you can tell on the bottom, I think I got that right side up. See that it says anniversary on it. These anniversary cars really were meant to look like red lines. And so this guy's not too old. He's, what's 25 years, puts him somewhere around 1990, 90 something. And, but he fast. Yeah, I always get these anniversary cars really mixed up with the ones that are worth something. Next up, we've got a Firebird. That is not rolling. This guy has a wheel. He's gonna limp on in, I guess. He's got a wheel off on the other side here. Let's see if we can bump that back into shape. All right. So, Firebird funny car. Also known as a side splitter. So they kind of flip the names around. He's a mainline. He's retired. You won't see this guy again anymore. Long gone. There's a new version of it. There's his wheel is working now. So, again, these are really heavy. They're all metal. He's from 1982. Here's a 1983. This one's an oldie. Looks brand new. If he doesn't fall off the other side of the light stand. And that is a very nice looking Ramblin' Wrecker. 1983, like I said. The thing about this boom back here is really pretty delicate. And I know it's hard to see on the video, but usually this piece here and this whole back contraption is usually missing. That's a pretty thin piece of plastic. Look at that tiny little connector right there. That one has lasted for, oh, what, 30, almost 40 years. So, pretty good shape. Look at that. That guy is in good shape. He's got AAA on it, 24-hour towing. I don't know what that says. What's that say there? My eyes aren't that good. So, yeah, this guy's worth about $5 if you see him at a show. Probably not quite worth $5 in this shape. Maybe $2, $3. So, next we've got a little Beach Blaster / Inside Story / Silver Surfer / about 4 other names. There he is. We've seen a lot of these lately. I think 4 or 5 of them have come through this exact same model. But this is Blackwalls. He's from 1997. So he's really past the era. Interestingly, on this one, it has a little area here for they could have printed something, but there's nothing there. So I originally thought this was a McDonald's car, but he's a mainlines car. Next up, this guy snuck in and totally threw me because I couldn't find anything in the Hot Wheels on him. And that's because he is not a Hot Wheels. He's a Lesney car. He's not even a Superfast. That's why I missed him. He's a Lesney car. And he goes back a ways. This is a Mercury police car made in England. 1971 is the name on date on the bottom. But yeah, he's from the Matchbox series, number 65. And he's an old one. I didn't get a chance to research this one. Obviously, he's got some stickers that are missing. And they would have been stickers, not tampos, if he goes back that far. But he totally fooled me. I need to research that guy a little bit more. Getting towards the end here, we've got a what? What is this guy? Poison Pinto. That's right. Here he comes. Poison Pinto, another one of these cars that if you were collecting Hot Wheels back in the late 70s, you probably had this one because it was one of the most popular ones. Came in a whole bunch of different variations. I can't find one in decent shape. I think this is about the 5th one we've gotten in the last 6 months coming through here. And they're all in about this shape. They're not bad shape, but, you know, they still roll great. That's the thing with these old cars. You know, when they're that old, just sitting in an attic where it's hot or cold for part of the year is enough to destroy the paint on them and weaken the paint. So it's hard to find them where people have really taken care of them. But like Andrew says, this one was well loved. Somebody liked playing with that one. So 1977, 78, it was right in that range that this guy came out. So right in the heyday of the Blackwalls. I think this is the last car, and it's not as old as the others. but boy, he's bright. And you're going to get some tickets driving this guy. Chevy Stalker, to complete our Stalker collection. 1992. He's got the yellow interior. There was another version with a red interior that I've never seen that's really pretty expensive. If you ever see one of these with a red interior, pick it up, because you'll be happy you did. Does he have a stuff? Nope, I guess that's just a mark on him. And yeah, the one with the red interior is worth upwards to $50 on the card. So this guy was a blue card, and he's number 270 on the blue card. But 1992 for the Chevy Stalker. So with that in mind, here I'll pick out a favorite. We'll do a Chevy Stalker and a Torino Stalker and a Buick Stalker and a... Do I have any other Stalkers? I don't think I have any other Stalkers. Oh, here we go. And a T-Bird Stalker. There's our Stalkers. So thanks for watching, folks. I will see you in the next video. Remember, jump on Facebook if you want. You can see the address in the background there, or at least most of it. There's all sorts of stuff going on Facebook that isn't going on here in the video, so you're missing out if you don't jump on the Facebook page. I'll talk to everybody soon.